My name is Samina. I work for Galliard Homes and I'm an assistant site manager. So I met Construction Youth Trust when I was in college, so that was about, I think, 2014, and that was when I was deciding what to study at uni. And I knew I wanted to go into the construction industry because I used to move a lot, and I used to live in apartments, and then one of the apartments that I moved to was a new build, and then from my bedroom you could see the next set of buildings being built because it's a regeneration area. So obviously every day I used to see the next building being constructed, and then I was quite interested in that. So that's when I knew I wanted to go into construction. But I only knew you can either be an architect or a construction worker. I didn't know of any other roles. So Construction Youth Trust came to my school, or my sixth form, and we had like a little workshop, and I decided to join. And it was like a 3-day program, Buddingbrunels. And when I was doing that workshop, it was introducing me to different roles within the industry, so quantity surveying, project planning, and site management, and civil engineering. So at that point I liked the idea of civil engineering, so that's mainly designing and calculating how a building should stand and that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's how I first met Construction Youth Trust. Yeah. Not before the program. I've never met anyone from a construction background, because I know people, like when I meet people on site, it's usually their fathers were in it and they just followed on from their fathers, but I've never met anyone that worked in construction. Yeah, they exposed me to all the roles, like most of the roles that are out there, others before that I wouldn't know. Like, when you're a child in school, you only know you can be a doctor, a teacher, or a bus driver, because that's what you're exposed to. And then when you go to secondary school, you can be a lawyer or a chemist, or and then, but it's just what you see around you. And if you're not open to these things, or these things don't come to you, then you'd never be able to, like, there's so many careers out there, like there's a whole catalogue, and you don't know what's out there until you start looking. So because of Buddingbrunels, that's how I knew what roles were out there. So yeah. An old white man. Yeah.
So when was the first time that you met somebody who wasn't an old white man who worked in the industry?
They still are. They still are. But it's sort of, when I was with Buddingbrunels, I did work experience for 7 weeks with TfL, and that's when I met one woman. Actually, my mentor, he was a principal engineer, and his name was, I forgot his name, but he was Indian, so he was someone that I met that wasn't what I thought, and he had like a little ponytail and everything. And there was also a project manager, and she was a little female Indian woman, and I kind of related to her because she was my height, and she was just really bubbly, and she was telling all the men what to do, and I was thinking I want to be her. So yeah, she was more, she doesn't know, but she was kind of my role model or inspiration. Yeah. It did, massively, because before that I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I thought architecture was what I wanted to do because that's what I thought was the only role I can get into without doing all the physical. Because I only thought you could be an architect or a construction worker on site. That's what I thought. They were the only 2 roles, but I didn't know that there were other roles. So if I didn't go on the Buddingbrunels course, I wouldn't know what a civil engineer was. I wouldn't do a degree in civil engineering, and I wouldn't be where I am today. Even though what I'm doing right now is not civil engineering related, but my degree has got me, like, it has opened the doors, and it got me to where I am now. And I'm an assistant site manager. I work on the construction site. Even though it's not engineering, it's still working in construction. Without Buddingbrunels, I wouldn't like I said, they helped me get to where I am. Like I know there was one guy, I don't know if you know him, Devin Sinclair, and he helped me a lot. Like when I was applying for uni, he helped me write my personal statement. And after I did my work experience, first it was 2 weeks, and then I got offered a 7-week placement. And then he would always, not just him, but the rest of the team, they would always send me more places to go, more events to go to. Like there was a women in construction event, and I went to that, and there was another work shadowing with McAlpine. It's like a luxury apartment on the River Thames. So they always used to slip in events for me to go to, and these are things that I can write down on my CV, and these are things you can talk about in your interviews, because when you go to an interview, it's not just this is my degree. You need to show how you're interested, of how do you get to where you are, why do you study this, what shows your passion. And I think these events that I went to and Buddingtoners has given to me is what helped me. And yeah, it's helped me a lot. Like I don't think it's hard to explain how much, so it's just something for me to give back as well, because I've been through the circle. I am a living example of how the Budding Brunels program works. Go for it. Just don't, whatever you have in your head, let go of it. Don't think of what could go wrong, or why you won't fit in, or why it may not be for you. Just go for it, try it. If you don't try something, you won't know if you like it or not. So just explore, and if any opportunities are given to you, don't say no. Take it.